Do you think you were old, young? Like you thought more mature than you were? You wanted things ahead of everybody else around you? You saw things ahead of you?
Definitely, Brett. I was one of those kids that, I was told a million times a day, you've been here before. Like, that was quote unquote. They told me that I was told that at least twice a day. You've been here before. You've been here before. And so, yeah, that means I was thinking ahead of, I guess, what everyone expected me to be thinking or whatever, whatever. But honestly, Brett, these days, that's every kid walking now, just
Yeah.
because of what they have, just because of the things they have at their right there at their fingertips. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So credit us from credit the guys that was that way from our time. We didn't have none of those things at our fingertips. This where we got it from. We had to go and seek it and figure it out.
Who did you look up to as a little kid? Who were your inspirations? Who were people that you followed?
Uh, number one, no one in the world was better, bigger, stronger, tougher, smarter, none of that than my grandmother Mercy and my mom Sita. So I looked up to them first and foremost. Now, once I become, got a little older and was able to go out and about and develop, other things I was interested in and other people I was interested in for whatever reason. That became people from off the block, big homies. I want to be like them. You know what I mean? No more, no less. I want to be just like Bubba, my big cousin. And my mama would know exactly who I'm trying to be like. So I got fussed at a lot about that. Like, you ain't no damn Bubba. You better, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to be. I want to be Bubba.
But I imagine I had this conversation. I had a self-made with Nipsey, and Nipsey would talk about same thing. And the idea of I'd see the guys around the block, and I wanted to be just like them. I
Hmm.
wanted to pop my trunk and do anything I could just to do better. Like,
Hmm.
do you imagine that idea of everything around you was your inspiration?
Um, I would say for me, Brett, I would actually say no, because those people I want, those things that I wanted, I noticed that I was able to do them in a heartbeat, and so they would it be yeah, so it became like I don't want this no more because everything around me was only it was not enough. I wanted more, so I would believe that I probably found inspiration within myself. Yeah, because everything around me is obviously is inspired. It's in my fabric. It's who I am, and it's a part of me. And I can't go no. You know what I mean? That's who I am. But I never looked around to it for inspiration. When I did look around to it, I noticed that it wasn't enough that I was looking around to. So I needed to move up and out.